Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to another video. Please hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and hit the notification bell so you will be updated on all my future content. So this video, subtraction reactions, it's gonna focus on all things subtraction, starting with simple 1-digit subtraction, going up to 3-digit, possibly 4 and 5-digit subtraction. So I'm going to start very simple. For a student that is not able to fluently subtract 4 minus 1 in their head, here's a strategy you can use. The top number in the subtraction problem, you draw that number of circles. The bottom number is how many circles you cross out, and you count what's left. So 4 minus 1, I'm going to draw 4 circles. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then I'm going to cross out one of those 4 circles. I'm going to count how many is left. So I have 1, 2, 3 left. 4 minus 1 equals 3. Next problem. Seven minus 2. So the top number, that's how many total circles I draw. So I'm going to draw 7 circles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Two's the bottom number, that's how many I cross out. I cross out 1, 2. Now I'm counting how many are left. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 circles left not crossed out. 7 minus 2 equals 5. We do want to get you to the point, though, where you are fluent enough with your 1-digit subtraction that you can subtract like this. 4 minus 2, 2. 8 minus 2, 6. 3 minus 1, 2. Want fluency. Now for a 2-digit subtraction problem or a 3-digit subtraction problem that does not require regrouping, steps are actually pretty simple. So I'll break it down: 2- and 3-digit subtraction without regrouping. So simply think of it as 2 separate 1-digit subtraction problems. You start in the ones place, you subtract 3 minus 1. 3 minus 1 equals 2. Then you go to the tens place. 3 minus 2 equals 1. 33 minus 21 equals 12. $434 minus 110. Now 3-digit subtraction without regrouping. Think of it as 3 separate single-digit problems. 4 minus 0 equals 4. 3 minus 1 equals 2. 4 minus 1 equals 3. 434 minus 110 equals 324. Moving on, now we're going to bring regrouping into the mixed. So for subtraction, we regroup whenever there is a bottom digit that is bigger than the top digit. So before you do any subtraction, the first step is to check if regrouping is needed. Now in the top problem, 41 minus 19, as you can see in the ones place, we do need to regroup because you cannot start out with 1 and take away 9. So we need to take a 10 from the tens place and add it to the ones place. So the 4 becomes a 3, the 1 becomes an 11. Now we're ready to subtract. 11 minus 9 equals 2. 3 minus 1 equals 2. And we have our final answer. 41 minus 19 equals 22. 3-digit, same thing. We regroup whenever there is a bottom digit that is bigger than the top digit. We do our regrouping before we do any subtraction. So here we need to regroup in the tens place because you can't start out with 5 and take away 9. So the 3 in the hundreds place becomes a 2. The 5 in the tens place becomes a 15. Now we're ready to start subtracting. Once we're ready to subtract, we always start in the ones place. 3 minus 1 equals 2. 15 minus 9 equals 6. 2 minus 1 equals 1. And we have our final answer. 353 minus 191 equals 162. Moving on. Do a 4-digit problem next. 4,017 minus 3,109. So again, before we do any regrouping, we check to see, before we do any subtraction, we check to see if regrouping is needed. And here it is needed in the hundreds place and in the ones place. You can now start out with 0 and take away 1, and you also cannot start out with 7 and take away 9. So we're going to regroup from left to right, and then we're going to subtract from right to left. So the 4 in the thousands place is going to become a 3. The 0 in the hundreds place becomes a 10. You can't start out with 7 and take away 9. So this is the 1 in the tens place becomes a 0. The 7 becomes a 17. And now we are ready to subtract. 17 minus 9 equals 8. 0 minus 0 equals 0. 10 minus 1 equals 9. 3 minus 3 equals 0. You could put a 0 there, or you could just leave it blank. And we have our final answer. 4,017 minus 3,109 equals 908. All right, we are going to end it with the 5-digit subtraction problem. So first step, we check to see if regrouping is needed, and regrouping is needed. Regrouping is needed in the thousands place, and in the tens place, and in the ones place. So we're going to start out regrouping from left to right, and then once we subtract from right to left. We always start out in the ones place when we actually subtract. So the 5 becomes a 4, the 2 becomes a 12. The 9 is going to become an 8, the 4 is going to become a 14. 3 is going to become a 13, and then the 14, we have to take away 1 again, so that's going to become a 13. And now we are ready to subtract. 13 minus 5 equals 8. 13 minus 5 equals 8. 13 minus 6 equals 7. 8 minus 7 equals 1. 12 minus 5 equals 7. 4 minus 1 equals 3. And we have our final answer, 52,943 minus 15,765 equals 37,178. All right, that is my video for today. Thank you so much for tuning in. Leave a comment. Let me know what you thought of the video. And if there is an area of math or reading that you're having difficulty with, put that in the comments, and I will do a future video on that skill. Until next time, this is Mr. Camilleri signing off.